something to the Mother God for saving your life?
Yeah.
All right, that's what I want. And the lives of my kids. I was a businessman in Canada.
Are you public?
I am. I had lots of this. My kids had lots of this. We didn't have any God. We didn't have any prayer. I hadn't been inside the church in 30 years. I didn't baptize my kids. We lived for this. My kids ended up, one was a drug dealer, one's an alcoholic. My daughter's married and divorced twice before she was 25. They had everything. They had everything. You understand? BMW convertibles, credit cards, Hawaii. They could go anywhere they want, anytime they want. Because my business was fantastic. And my business totally supported everybody. I was a car dealer. Selling cars. On a good day, we could sell 50 cars.
Mine's due shortly.
That wasn't every day, that was a good day. You know? So you know what kind of money that produced. And then I got the messages. And the message said to me, I'm calling it to conversion for the last time. And by the grace of God, I was able to believe that was for me. You know? I'm calling it to conversion for the last time. That changed my life. Totally changed my life. I don't believe anything. You could tell me anything you want. I've never believed you 1,000 years. My head's as hard as a stone for being in business my whole life. You understand? I believe nothing except the messages. That's the only thing that ever got into my head.
What drawn you to the message then? What was the
Nancy's brother sent it.
Right.
Nancy's brother, my wife's brother, sent us the
Right.
message.
So you just sat down one day and you read the
No,
message?
Nancy gave it to me.
And then,
Nancy said, "Here, my pagan husband, throw him away. It's on your conscience."
right?
And I didn't throw him away. I
Right.
read him instead. And that changed everything.
Was it wasn't immediate? Was it just a slow?
Boom. All of a sudden.
All right. Call job.
Boom. Like I got hit by lightning. Because I knew they were true. I just knew they were true. And this is a guy that's been married and divorced twice. I married Nancy in a helicopter. You know, that's the life I lived, you understand? And my kids ended up with all the money they could have in the world, as alcoholics and drug dealers, divorced. Nothing. The money's a curse. Better he makes 10 cents a day, and it's his money, you know what I mean? Or a buck a day, than somebody, again, here's 10 bucks. He doesn't know what 10 bucks is worth. You understand? He doesn't have any values. My kids had no values because the money was too easy. Better he sells newspapers on a corner, and that's his money. You understand? You understand the difference? So the messages changed everything. And when I read the messages, we got to go to a big conference, and the priest said, "Consecrate these kids to the Mother of God." My kids were a total disaster. I don't know how do I do a consecration? I wouldn't have a clue. I hadn't been inside the church in 30 years. He said, "You consecrate those kids now. There's 1,000 people in the church." Okay. I stood up. The tears are running down my face, and all I ever said is, "Blessed Mother, you take my kids, and you be the parent that I never was." Because I'm a total failure as a parent. I'm a total failure in everything. And that's the first time in my life I said a prayer. Very first time. I said, "Blessed Mother, you take my kids. My kids are total disaster. And you be the parent that I never was." I don't know where those words came from. I have no idea. But they came out of my mouth. And that was my turning point. We started to live the messages. We started to pray the rosary. We started to go to Mass. I was prepared to do exactly what Our Lady said. I was, not my wife. I was. When the man in the house starts to pray, you know what happens to the house? It goes into shock. Because the house can't handle it. And you know what happens when the father starts to pray? The kids follow the father.
How long ago was this now?
91. And everything changed. Everything changed. Today my kid, my hopeless drug dealer, who baptized himself, by the way, an Anglican, he didn't get to be Catholic. He baptized himself. Some minister come to the school, he got baptized. He ended up becoming a Catholic. He's married, he's got 2 beautiful kids. Well, they are beautiful, they look like me, you know. He's the school counselor today for the Sisters of St. John Bosco in a major university with kids that were just like him. And he's turning these kids around. You know why? Because he's got a rosary group in the school. He's got a prayer group in the school. They just won the award as the best school. All the kids get to go on a special holiday because For the best. From the worst came the best. My rugby player, who was an alcoholic, came here once. And when he left, I put this in his hand. I went like this. I said, here, it'll save your life. 3 weeks he phoned me. He said, Dad, I quit the booze. I quit the rugby. I got a new job. I'm a fireman. I said, oh, shake your head. How'd you do that? How'd you quit the booze? He said, praying the rosary. He gave me a Medugorje. Pounding the beads, Dad, got me the job. So I said, I want to come here. I told Nancy, I want to go to Medugorje. She said, what are you going to do with your business? I said, sell it. I'd never been here. Did you know where Medugorje was? This is what I left with. This is what I believed. I knew the Mother of God was real. She wrote my messages. I knew the Mother of God was real. We consecrated our kids to her. And we came. 91 we came. We got a big reception. The war was on. Oh my God, what a horrible time that was. And we never left. I sold everything in Canada. I had nothing to go back to. I came with only this. I believed the Mother of God was here. I knew in my heart she was here. And I knew when we consecrated our kids to the Mother of God, everything would change. And everything has changed. Everything. You're not here to visit. This isn't a tour. You're here to hear the story of a hopeless case that the Mother of God saved. That's what I told you. Would you build this for the Mother of God if she saved your life? That's what this is all about. We're not a pension. We're not a hotel. We don't give you a bill for a cup of coffee. This is only a monument to Our Lady for saving my life. That's all this is.
What got the idea for a castle, man? What was...
Nancy loved it. We had a kid from Hungary come and design it. Nancy loved it. And I sold my business. I can afford to do this. We hired the company 12 years ago. They're still here. Still works for us. Same guys.
Did Father Slavo have some part of
Yeah,
it?
he really loved it. He loved every part of it. He was so much behind this project. He loved it. Because he was going to make it into a seminary, you know, for the princess.
Priests.
That's what he wanted. And maybe that's what it'll be.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know what it'll be. But I know before I leave this earth, I want to give this to the Vatican. I actually had a big key for John Paul II when he came to the Grosvenor. I wanted to give it to him, you know. But the security wouldn't let me. Until I had this big key. Papa, I got your house.